Traditional aqueous processing uses a large amount of valuable bench space. It uses open containers and large volumes of expensive chemistry. With every wafer processed, the chemistry is contaminated, and this alters the process effectiveness, consistency, and repeatability. It requires the operator to come into close proximity with process chemistry and subsequent waste materials. Laurell has a solution. Etch, develop, and clean. Laurell EDC systems are custom designed for successful aqueous processing. Designing a satisfactory solution requires us to understand your process. Understanding your process begins with questions concerning your chemistry, substrate, available facilities, waste control, and safety requirements. Your answers allow us to tailor your system to provide the best and most consistent results. Chemistry. Your chemistry influences decisions on the type of housing material required, copolymer for the majority of applications, and Teflon for more aggressive processes, the type of chemical containment and the materials used in those containers, and the method of delivering chemistry to the substrate. Your process may also require options such as heated chemistry or in situ chemical mixing. Substrates and chucks. The right chuck ensures your substrate is securely held during your process. Mechanical chucks are used to hold substrates with the minimum of contact. They also allow access to the underside of the substrate to enable backside rinse. Many chucks are available from stock for semi-standard wafers and photomasks. For non-standard substrates, we have experience in creating custom chucks for hundreds of researchers. Required facilities. Your EDC processor is provided with comprehensive connection information that details the inputs and outputs required for operation. A power supply. Your spin processor will accept a supply of 95 to 250 volts at 47 to 63 Hz. Power consumed depends on the system and options, but begins at around 300 watts. Systems supplied outside of the USA are specified to work with local connectors and voltages. A gas supply. A supply of nitrogen or clean dry air at 60 to 70 psig is required to pressurize the triple labyrinth style motor seal. This prevents chemistry from entering the system housing and protects the motor and electronics from damage. A large quantity of CDA is required for purging, rinsing, and drying operations. Additional CDA connections are required if your chemistry is delivered from pressurized containers or you specify optional equipment that requires pressurized gas. Use of unfiltered, wet, compressed air will damage your spin coater and contaminate the process chamber. Exhaust. Exhaust is vital to efficient processing. Exhaust is required to balance the volume of gas, DI water and chemistry entering the process chamber during operation. This prevents the creation of a positive pressure environment inside the process chamber. Correctly configured and controlled exhaust protects the system operator and the equipment, and should be regarded as a priority when dealing with hazardous chemistry. If your facility exhaust options are limited, Laurell Technologies can supply pneumatic exhaust generators that are controlled as part of the process program. DI water. High quality, uncontaminated DI water is required for effective rinsing operations. The quantities required depend upon your process. Waste control. As part of the design process, Laurell will recommend the safest and most efficient waste handling options. The greater process control offered by our EDC systems reduces the amount of chemistry and consumables used. This reduces primary costs and makes a major difference to the secondary costs involved with collecting and treating the waste products. Options including rinse to resistivity sensors, automatic drain diverters, level sensors and leak detection simplify, automate and safeguard the process of waste control and disposal. Safety. Safety is not an option. Laurell Technologies is committed to your safety. Laurell EDC systems have been tested by Intertek, an independent nationally recognised testing laboratory. They passed all the tests required for both UL and CSA standards. Laurell Technologies is the only spin processor manufacturer authorised to use the ETL mark. A seamless housing machined from solid blanks and a locked process chamber ensure your physical safety. An interlock prevents rotation while the lid is open. Laurell control software integrates safeguards, lockouts and sensors. Mutually exclusive valve settings prevent the mixing of incompatible chemicals. EDC basic operations. The majority of aqueous processors will begin with a dry substrate on a Laurell open backside rinse chuck. The simplest processing option has the substrate sprayed with fresh chemistry while rotating at low speed. This consistent processing environment gives accurate and repeatable results. When processing is complete, the rinse process cleans the remaining chemistry from the substrate. The upper surface and the back side of the substrate are rinsed simultaneously. In addition, DI water is directed at the dome to dilute and disperse any remaining chemistry. After rinsing, the RPM is increased to spin off any remaining water, while gas, CDA, nitrogen, etc. is used to dry the wetted path and remove excess water from the process dome. Complicated processes may require more than one dispense option. Spray and stream dispense heads can be mounted on the dome for greater flexibility. Spray heads can provide for secondary processing or cleaning operations. Stream dispense heads deliver chemistry or rinsing agents at higher pressures and volumes. An EDC system is best mounted in a custom-built wet station. 2-foot and 4-foot stations bring all the system inputs and outputs together. Options, such as heated chemistry loops, can be mounted directly on the station. This simplifies installation and allows the station to be moved as a single unit. Laurell Technologies Etch, Develop and Clean solutions give repeatable, consistent results, are designed and certified for operator safety, and their efficient processing and waste control saves time and money. "95 of the world's 100 top universities use Laurell Technologies spin processors.